But what we're trying to compare here is not reptile habitat, but sort of seasons. Comparing the seasons outside and inside the terrarium. Okay guys, hello again. So on a bit of a walk, and so it is late March but early spring, and this is just a comparison really. I did a video like this back in late January, so 2 months ago, and back then on a similar walk to this, it was very cold and sort of wasn't really much life going on. Couldn't hear the birds, and there wasn't many bugs under the logs and rocks. But today, so the sunlight is getting a bit stronger, the days are getting longer, and it's starting to feel a little bit warmer as well in the day. And we can hear some birds singing in the trees. It's late afternoon, so what I'm going to do is have a little bug hunt, see what's happening, because with the temperatures rising slowly in the daytime, still getting chilly at night. There was a hard frost this morning, but let's just see what we can find. So we're comparing from winter in January to spring, so early spring. And look, we can see there's a lot more bug activity going on under here. So a couple of springtails, wood lice, fungus. If there's anything more. So what I'm doing is looking to see what difference the temperature, the air temperature, has made to sort of like the ground temperature in early spring compared to middle of winter. And then I'll also see what difference it's made in the terrarium with the temperatures also slowly increasing there. Okay, so there's a few isopods under this stone, and noticed a little bug. Yeah, so there's definitely, oh, there's a spider there. Little spider just there. So there's definitely more activity. Oh, we've got some ground beetles. And a slag and some isopods. So there's definitely a lot more activity happening now than there was in January. So that basically signifies start of spring, weather getting warmer, life is coming back basically. So this is in the outdoors, and obviously North Wales not going to be the same habitat as leopard geckos in the wild, but what we're trying to compare here is not reptile habitat, but sort of seasons. Comparing the seasons outside and inside the terrarium, and looking at how that affects the sort of biological activity, I guess, so living things, how the temperature and climate in a certain season affects the life, basically, okay? So just out in the open sun now, you can really feel that sun's warmth on my body and face, so which is an obvious sign that spring is here, and birds singing, and there's more flies and buzzing around and stuff. So yeah. So that warmth from the sun is definitely a sign that the sun is stronger now than in January. Obviously it'd be in reverse in the southern hemisphere, but yeah. I mean, it's quite predictable. Obviously, spring, weather gets warmer, life starts to kind of awaken. Winter, everything goes dormant and the temperatures get much colder. And the sun's strength is weaker. But now that the Earth is tilting towards the sun more, it means that we're getting more sunlight, stronger wavelengths, so that infrared, the UV, and the visible light. I can really feel those infrared rays hitting the surface of my skin. So, yeah, summer is on its way. So after looking at what it's like outside with the weather, what's it like inside this terrarium? Anyway, the gist of this is that the climate inside this terrarium is warming up, and as a result we can see like there's a soldier fly buzzing around there. Mr Jinx is obviously back out of hibernation, and he is currently under his slate rock over there, and then he'll come out later at dusk. So I've got a waxworm popping out there. So generally the idea of this is to kind of sort of replicate like a seasonal pattern in the terrarium, similar to what happens outside, basically. That's the kind of gist of this. Yeah, let's see. There's a locust just on top of the ficus tree there. So that's the reason I'm sort of doing this video, is just to sort of look at what's happening outside with the change in seasons. And also, because I have this lighting set on a program throughout the year, so which I've mentioned in previous videos, particularly the winter dormancy video, which was released I think early January or back end of December, but about, you know, the day length changing throughout the year, which alters the seasons as well. The sun's position in the sky excuse me sun's position in the sky affects the climate, and the climate also affects life, basically. Okay, so the warmer it gets, the more kind of lush and sort of that life, you know, can be, generally speaking. Okay, so yeah, so we can see that it's getting warmer, and there is a lot more activity going on inside the